Hello everybody and welcome back to the opening Mobile Racing League. I am Emma Box and I am finally back commentating these amazing leagues, and we are in round 6, if I'm correct, yes, at Spa-Francorchamps at Belgium, and in this amazing track where there are a lot of fast section and not a lot of turns that need to slow down, but those ones are really important. And it's also a really long track, but the drivers are ready for everything. And we are now in the first lap, seeing everyone going around the turns. Let's see where they will place them, and now for the first laps, and we have Pito in pole position with a 39.10 for the first lap. You know, these laps are for the riders to settle down. And Cider 39.28, missing lap for him, and is now second. But we have still 2 laps to go, and let's see what they will do. Now we are seeing drivers going in these turns, and almost at the final chicane with Pito, the poleman right now. Let's see if he will make a better time, and he doesn't do it. But smooth operator 55 with a 39.17, a really good time for him, and he's now second, and is going to start from the first row, which is a really good thing. And let's see for the final lap. All the riders have just one chance left to see who will place first. And right now we are with Brasidas. Now Lozzi, let's see at the final corner, the final chicane, and right now not a lot of changes. I'm seeing Nico third is now in the podium positions. And I think everyone has finished, and this is the qualifying results, with Pito being first and taking the pole position with a 39.10, amazing time for him. And then we have behind Smooth Operator 55 with a 39.17. And then we have Nico with a 39.95, Cider with a 39.28, Lozzi with a 39.35, Lemmer with a 39.38, Christoflak with a 39.45, Lidwoon with a 39.50, Brasidas with a 39.55, Vini with a 39.58, Magic Paradise with a 14.02, Nas with a 40.23, and Fast Pace 1 with a 43.23. And this is the qualifying results. Let's go to race, and let's see who will win this race. And we are now in the starting grid, ready for the race, and let's wait for the lights to turn on, and they are on. And now off, and here we go in the Belgium Grand Prix with Pito remaining first. The Smooth Operator on the outside doing an amazing overtake here with the speed, and Nico now overtaking Pito as well with Cider. Mistake from Pito. He's now fourth, and Lozzi could also try to overtake him, but he doesn't do it. And both in the stand, Lozzi and Crustflack. And in the first position we have Nico, Smooth Operator, Slider, and Pito now fighting for the first position with Slider going under the grass, and then wide in the chicane and making Lemmer go wide, and a lot of errors that are Nico going into the grass, another big mistake. I can't even finish my sentence. I couldn't finish because I'm stupid, and Cider is now has now lost some positions because he was pushed in the wall, and now 3 wide in 1 turn, and Lozzi losing all the positions, now 9th with that incident. And now we have Crustfleck all going into the grass because it was 2 on the inside, and Brasidas on the outside have made a mistake. And also the drivers right behind, ahead of them, are doing battles, but that lead some drivers to mistakes. We are Now the fight for the 5th position, 3-1, and then the final chicane, but Lozzy comes first, and Lil Woon was pushed a bit into the wall, and now he's fighting with Brasidas here, and ooh, there is Lider and Lozzy fighting, Magic Pardes and Cruzflag also fighting here for the 6th position, and they are side by side. This race has a lot of straight lines, and ooh, there is Lemard and Pito fighting. Pito now in third, push a little bit Lemard into the grass. Now we have Lozzy and Cider here fighting. There are a lot of fights going on here with the slipstream. Ooh, Planters and fast pace, both in the grass here, and Vin and Nas fighting, and Lil Woon and Magic Paradise too. There are a lot of fights, as I said before, and also for the 3rd position, Lemard and Pito are still fighting, and Lemard takes the advantage and is now 3rd with Nico being 2nd and trying to escape. Smooth Operator has done an amazing first laps, and is now escaping from the fight that is behind him, and that is happening behind him, and there is Nico and Lemard now fighting with Lemard, taking the slipstream and trying to see if there is any places he can overtake, and here the situation seems to have a little bit calmed. Now there is Vinny and Lil Woon fighting, with Vinny going a little bit wide but still remaining in control, and here again there is Lemard who was trying to see if there was any spot to overtake Nico, and he tries now side by side, both of them now going to the chicane, and Lemard goes 2nd, and Nico has tried to overtake him on the inside, but he took the grass. We need to wait to get overtake, because then you can lose some position. Lemard and Nico slowing down here, trying to do some overtakes, and Pito is now again really close to them both and can start to fight with them. And the first drivers with the softs are going into the pit and now exiting. Brasilia saying Cruzflag. Oh no, there is the clouds coming. This can be really interesting to see. Settle down what the drivers will do. Meanwhile, the first 4th position are now really distant from themselves. The Slider and Lozzy here in 5th and 6th position. Vinny, Magic Pardes and Lil Woon is not. Ooh, Pito and Nico have remained in the track, and Cider and Smooth Operator has gone into the pit, and they are now 5th and 8th. Now he's fighting with Magic Paradise, but he's staying behind because he knows that here he can go to the grass if he tries to overtake him there. And now he's trying to have an opportunity here on the outside, and he does it with Magic Paradise doing a little mistake there. And the sun is coming again, so nothing bad with rain will happen for the guys that have come to the pit for now. Lozzy, Pito and Lemard are now going to pit. Lemard exiting just behind Smooth Operator. First right now is Nico with the Ards, and he's the only one with Vinny who hasn't gone into the pit. As for now, with Vinny fighting with Pito, but I think he's just trying to have the slipstream, and big mistake for Vinny, going too much into the inside and taking the grass. So now the drivers with better tires, I think they can pass him very easily. So Vinny, I don't know when he wants to go to the pit, but I think he will go right now into the pit in this lap. Otherwise it will be really strange, and in fact he goes into the pit with Nico, who is now 3rd, and Lemard is 2nd, trying to get Smooth Operator. They could fight for 1st position in the last laps, we will see. Meanwhile, we have Cider, Lozzy and Brasidas who are really close to each other. Maybe they can do something if they come a little bit closer, and it's Lozzy trying to fight with Cider here for the 1st position, and he does it. He's now 5th, and ooh, little mistake from Lozzy, but isn't lost positions with Cider going side by side with him. And now in the chicane he slows down and remains 6th. with Brasilia staying behind, trying to see if they both can make mistakes, so he can do the overtake. And Sider and Losey are still side by side here, but Sider just doesn't attack, with Vinny and Lil Woon also fighting for the 9th position here. And Lil Woon has made a mistake here, so he lost a little bit of time, and he tries to catch up to Vinny. Meanwhile, Sider and Losey are still here, with Sider going again on the outside, but nothing. And Brasilia go to the pit and get some new tires, another pairs of softs, and the clouds are again coming, with now Losey and Sider again side by side, but nothing to go. No, I don't think they will fight. And Lil Woon still there, and Losey said trying to make an overtake to Losey, but can't do it. And now it is again on the outside, on the inside, but he still stays there. With the slipstream now going to the final turns, maybe he will try it again. With slipstream he goes on the inside, now on the outside, and he tries it again, but he can't. He just stays behind. It's really hard to overtake here, with Losey going a little bit wide, and the Sider remaining behind him. And Lemmer and Smooth Operator are closer than before. Maybe they can do a fight in the last laps, I don't know. But meanwhile, there is Sider and Losey. A little bit of luck there, I think. And Losey gets a little bit of advantage there, with Sider still trying to overtake Losey, and he tries on the inside on Losey, taking it a bit wide. He now remains behind. Now on the first turn, he tries to go side by side, but he can't. And Brasilia's and Lil Woon are fighting, with Brasilia's having fresh soft, and Losey and Sider again fighting side by side, but Sider remains ahead, and Losey on the inside tries to overtake Sider, but he can't, and he remains 6th, with Sider now doing perfect turns. He tries to remain there, but Losey again on the outside, side by side. He tries, but on the chicane it's really hard to remain side by side, and so he stays behind. And Smooth Operator has gone to the pit, and Pito is now third, with also Nico and Lemmer being second and first right now, with Pito and Smooth Operator fighting. Pito overtaking Smooth Operator here, but Smooth Operator tries to remain behind Pito, and now with the slipstream goes a little bit wide, and the last chicane goes, and in the final lap of the race, Smooth Operator does an amazing overtake on the outside, and it's Losey Sider again. Losey fighting and getting the 5th position with an amazing overtake on the outside, and Sider being again in the back of Losey with a slipstream, trying to see if there is any places to overtake here. And there is also Brasidas and Vinny, two Italians fighting here, and Brasidas stays behind Vinny, and he's trying to see if there is any chances here, but he goes straight to the grass. Meanwhile, Lambert waits the Belgium Grand Prix with then Smooth Operator Pito 4th, and Losey Sider 5th and 6th. Then there is Vinny and Brasidas. What an amazing race Lambert has done. A Lil Woon now 9th, then Cruise Truck, and now we're waiting for the other drivers. Magic Part is now 11th. Now we're waiting for the others. Lambert, what amazing victory he has done. After a lot of fight, he is 1st, with Pito 4th, and Smooth Operator took the position from him, with also the fastest lap, 39.32. Amazing lap from Smooth Operator. And it was a really good fight for the first 4th positions, and at the end Smooth Operator has done pit stop and he has gone into the third position, with Lemon and Nico taking the first two positions, and he has moved operator third. We have Vito, Lozzy and Cider with an amazing fight, who sees now Lozzy taking the advantage from Cider. Then we have Vinny and Brasidas, 7th and 8th, Lil Woon behind, and then Cruise to Flag, Magic Paradise, Nas, Apple Tree 23, Fast Pace 1 and Kimi last. Hey guys, Future Me is here to tell you about the standings of OMRL after the Belgium Grand Prix, the round 6th, with, the standings that are basically what the results of the race, with Lemard winning, being the driver that is on the top of the standings. Then we have Smooth Operator, Vito, Lozzy, Cider, Vinny, Brasidas, Lil Woon, Flak, Pardes, then we have Nas, Apple Tree 23, Fast Pace 1 and Kimi. And yes, it's just like that, with the fastest lap of Smooth Operator, and this is it for the OMRL standings. They are really fast because it's the first race of the season, and I didn't mention it in the commentary, so I'm sorry for that. But yes, I hope you liked it. Of the season technically, because it's the 6th, but it's the new season for OMRL, so yeah. Yes, so I'm going to give the word back to the past me. Bye-bye. And this was the 6th round of OMRL. I hope you liked this race. It was a really chaotic race. 15 laps are not a lot, but there are a lot of tension in these races, because a lot of things happen, and this was it. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time in OMRL. Bye bye.